do you think LeBron can convince some superstars to join the Lakers? And again, that's you can't just say it. You have to think about the actual superstars who might come here.
Now, I do think that it's more likely that that'll happen via trade than it would be via free agency. I think the guys who are this particular crop of free agents, I don't think that they're in the mode of wanting to team up with LeBron. I think they're in the mode of wanting to beat LeBron. A number of them already have titles, right? So there's that. Kawhi has a title, Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson. You know, so that works against, I think, LeBron from a free agency standpoint. But I do think, wink, wink, there might be a guy with a unibrow somewhere who could be available potentially.
But you can only recruit so much when it comes to that.
Yeah,
right?
Well, they had dinner recently, didn't they? You know,
He's trying. He's trying, Jennifer. Come on.
So I think that it's possible. I think LA's clearly a spot guys want to play. So like he said, like in Miami, it was easy to recruit there. LA's very easy to recruit as far as location, sure.
Location, and then you said it in your lead up to the question. They have money.
Yeah.
Like a lot of not being able to recruit in Cleveland is they were capped out.
Yeah.
This was their team, and if you weren't going to take a taxpayer mid-level exception or minimum, then all right, there's not much more recruiting they can give. They can't say, well, we have lovely lake views, right?
But that stuff matters too, because look at the type of players they got in Miami for those dollars: Shane Battier, Mike Miller, Udonis Haslem, Ray Allen. Like you need those guys to come in and be a factor too.
But that's not what the question says. Superstars. We're not talking about Udonis and Ray Allen and Joel
Shane Battier is a superstar at karaoke, and don't you forget
He's the no stats all-star.
No stats
all-star.
Yeah.
There you go.
Shout out to the New York Times. But so that's going to factor in. But the other thing I was going to say is, from a basketball standpoint, there are certain types of players that maybe don't fit as well, or maybe the fit isn't as natural. Those are guys who are ball dominant. You know, we saw what happened with Kyrie. They won a championship together, but it has its rough parts. There are other types of superstars that would fit in very well alongside LeBron James. It all just depends.
Yeah, I mean, and look, you heard him talking about Kevin Durant's comments in there.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound, KD apologized to him, but still doesn't sound like Kevin Durant's running down to LA to sign this summer with the Lakers. I am interested because you mentioned Anthony Davis, and yeah, sure, he can talk to Anthony Davis and try to recruit him and say, hey, you should ask for a trade, you know, that kind of thing.
That's the type of superstar that
Anthony Davis would have to ask for that trade.
Yes.
The Pelicans would have to decide that they are willing to trade him, and they have exhausted all their efforts to keep him, which I don't think they're anywhere close to that yet.
Correct, yeah.
And then they will take offers from the highest bidder. And by the way, if the Lakers are the highest bidder by a lot, I would expect them to want to make that deal because they're just going to do what's best for the franchise. If the Lakers are the highest bidder by only a little, and I would expect Boston to make a pretty heavy offer, I don't see the Pelicans rushing to make a deal with the Lakers within the conference to give LeBron James Anthony Davis. I just think there's only so much recruiting LeBron could do in that situation.
But the Boston situation, right? Like they can't trade for him right now because of the Kyrie thing.
Right now.
Yeah.
But again,
you'd have
the Pelicans would have to have hit that inflection point now. Now you're asking them to hit it before February 7th.
Well, they've got to. There's one way they can hit that inflection point right now is if Anthony Davis walks in and Dell Dem says, "Don't bother, don't waste your time, just get the most you can for me." Then we're talking, right?
Right.
And so in many ways, the ball is in his court.
Yes. So I guess that is recruiting a little bit.
So so if LeBron's going to dinner, it's like, hey man, don't waste your time. Like, let's get this done over because I don't want to risk you getting sent somewhere else.
Well, and he's been there. He could say, look, I did the first 7 years in Cleveland.
Right.
And what he told you, right? It was hard to get guys there. I think that the Pelicans are in a situation where it's going to be hard to get guys to play there for that particular franchise.
It might come down to who can pull the rabbit out of their hat first. I know the Pelicans are on the trade market right now as we speak, making calls, trying to get better. Maybe if there is a point where the team is losing over the next 4 weeks and they can't get anyone and Anthony Davis walks into Dell Demps' office, it's going to be interesting.